Right, I'm just checking we're live, guys. Last time the picture didn't even show up for some reason. Anyway, if you're watching on the replay, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell and do all that. So this is Fleetwood. Now, I know the beach is that way, but we're going to follow the tram tracks and we'll just go along the tram tracks, because then you can't get lost really, can you? Unless it goes somewhere else. But it's such a warm night. Well, what time is it? I can't even see, got my sunglasses on. But yeah, it's such a warm night. I said it's about 18 degrees, but it's definitely warmer than that. So we'll walk down and then I won't get lost. In fact, I can actually see where the sports centre is, and I know that's the sports centre because we walked down there earlier. So the picture might not be the best because I'm not using my iPhone, but these are the tram tracks. So when you're in Blackpool, you go all the way from Stargate, it comes all the way to Fleetwood Ferry, which is about 2 or 3 minutes up the road. So there, this is Fleetwood. Sorry if it's not the best camera in the world. It's great for taking pictures, this phone, but not for live streaming, unless the signal's really, really good. So it might go on and off, but we'll walk down to the whatever this building is down here. So I'm new to this as much as you guys are. Hello Brenda, can you do me a double? Can you just check everything's working as it is? Is everything working fine? Now, because I'm in Blackpool, there's a lot of people who go drinking, and so they might jump out at me and go, "Oh yeah, I'm on camera." Not used to that when we're in Leeds, but some really nice pubs and hotels here. So I've just been into the Wetherspoons. Oh, there's a tram. There you go. Brenda, is that good? Is it good? Here's one of the Blackpool trams. So this goes to Fleetwood Ferry. If you search Blackpool, the tram goes all the way from Blackpool to Fleetwood. We're in Fleetwood, which is the top end. There's your... Oh, it's 2 at once. There you go, guys. There's both of the trams. Blackpool is famous for its trams. A lot of the trams, some of the trams have ended up in San Francisco. I should have got the tram really and just done a tram ride down, but where I'm staying, it's not too far, it's about half an hour walk. And we're going to walk down there actually. Huge Asda store, which we've been into. But yeah, do you know that's never ever happened ever in my life, where 2 trams have come at once. So anyway, we're going to follow the tram lines because I'm probably going to get lost, and at least I know it's going in that direction. Look at some of these shops. The Vintage Emporium. What other shops were in Fleetwood? There's Home Bargains. They've got like a huge shopping mall. And like there's sort of like, they're called like not discount shops. It's like catalogue shops where you can get a lot of the big brands. Have you heard of Next, Brenda? Next and Sports Direct. They have them in. There's one in York actually. So let's go past. I've never seen as many cyclists in one place. I'm just wondering where that tram's going, because I don't want to get lost. As long as the signal's on, we should be good. Right, he's turning, so I'll wait till he goes, and then we've just come out of the Wetherspoons pub and had a couple of drinks. As you know, you probably saw in the pictures, Brenda. I had a nice cold cider, and I'll wait till she goes on. So bus, that's one of the buses there. Is he flashing me? Some of them are nice and some of them are not too nice. I'll tell you what I did see in Fleetwood. This is where the famous Fisherman Friends, which are like little cough sweets, and there was a huge factory. I'm just wondering where the tram stop is. It's over there, so as long as I follow the tram stop I should be alright. Fisherman's Walk, that one's called. So yeah. I'm probably going to get lost because I actually want to go to the beach. I probably should cross over and not go down there. Let's cross over and we'll head to the beach. We're crossing back over this road here. I'm just checking we're still live, so Brenda, keep an eye on the chat. Let me know if the connection drops or anything. Crikey. Do you know something? I've not been here for many years. Many years. So this is like Manchester, really, you know, with the trams. In fact, Leeds are actually going to be getting some trams in a couple of years' time. There you go. Yeah, we'll go, there's the map. I'm just wondering where I am. So, because I'm a bit lost. That's the top side. That's where you get the ferry across to Notts Ferry, which we're going to go to. I'm just wondering where I am. I think I'm down. There's Freeport. That's the that shopping centre I just mentioned. And I walked all the way up this road here. So I know where that is. So Asda's there. Wetherspoons was there. And then where are we now? Because it doesn't say where we are. Let me find out. I know it's this way anyway, so we should be fine. I was going to follow the tram stop, but I don't think it goes down onto the front, and that's why I want to show you the front. So we'll go down here. We'll go down the council estate, and then get our phone robbed. No, we won't. I'll show you a traditional Fleetwood street. I know it's down here anyway. Yeah, we'll just carry on walking down. It's a bit quiet around here as well. So walk down this street. Yeah, the trams actually go. They don't go on the front. So we'll just walk down here and then. These are really old homes. I don't know how old they are. Well, 1 second. I'm just going to put the phone down a second. Hey, Tarot and Tea. It's quite a nice area around here, but I don't know what's the problem. Yeah, when there's ever like kids about, I don't always point the camera, unless accidentally, of course. But yeah, straight down here, we'll come to the promenade, and there's like this park. It's like a park area, and then we'll come onto the front, and then we'll walk straight down. That's the plan. Because I forgot the tram doesn't go on the... In Blackpool, it's right along the front, and I think it goes, when it gets to Cleveley's, which is the town further down, which is closest actually where I'm staying, where I was yesterday. Looks like a pet shop there, Mark's Pet Shop. What was I saying? I've completely forgot. I'm tempted to walk down there, but I'm not. I can't see the comments. Are you getting a tram? No, not getting a tram. We're going to walk on the front, Brenda, and I'll show you the views. I'm using this different phone, you see, so it's not as good as, it might be a little bit shaky. But yeah, we walked on the front, we walked round, and then we walked up this street here. Well, another street a bit further up. So I'm hoping it comes to the beach. I can see can you see right down there at the very bottom, if I zoom in? Can you see that there? I think that's the lighthouse. So that's right at the ferry section, where the ferry is. I do apologise if it's shaky. My iPhone, which I've actually got in my bag, I could use that, but the battery's really low, and the battery's not great on it because it's such an old phone, so I couldn't use that. Some of these buildings, and I thought, should I just come on whilst I'm at the beach and start the broadcast there? And then I thought, you know what, no, because it's about showing you actually what it's like in Fleetwood. This is the real Fleetwood. You know, what's happening right now whilst it's 20 degrees. I've noticed one thing though, there's not a lot of greenery and trees, and you know, there's just some children there, guys. They're crossing over, it's fine. I think this is the right way. Oh well, if we get lost. Look, an auction there. Some people though, they buy these homes and they're like £85,000, you know, which is, if you're on a salary of 20 grand, you know, a couple of years, 5 years, and then they do them up if they've got the funds, and then they either sell them or rent them out or turn them into B&Bs. And there's a lot on this street that could be B&Bs, you know, holiday flats, and you'll see them further down. But I guess a lot of Blackpool hotels have that already. There's loads of holiday flats and B&Bs, and even some that are not in a good state in Blackpool. So, because Fleetwood it's not a part of Blackpool Council, it's part of, is it called I can't never pronounce it, Weir, something like that. Right, we're on Byron Street. Look at this, guys, look. This is the proper, you know, when you think of seaside towns in England and you see all the fancy beach and everything, and it's all looks so pretty and everything. But then you've got to think back, when these towns were built, they were built for over 200 years ago, if not before that, for all the mill workers who used to come into Blackpool. And the mill workers, you know where I'm from, which is Morley. A lot of mill workers were from Morley, and they would come here, come to Blackpool and come on the coast. And it's about bloody time things improved, didn't it, around these areas. I'm going to say it because that's why they're all Victorian. Oh, we're coming to a... now I'm thinking we better go left because that's going to take us to the beach, I think. Oh, there's a street there. No streets. There's one a bit further down. Oh, I can see the park. We'll get this guy. Or is it the police? We'll go to the next one. I thought to myself, right, is that a motorbike or is that the police? Because it's either one or the other. Look at these. No, but basically what I just meant then was there's a lot of towns in England, run down towns. It's like everywhere. Because there's not been investment, which doesn't bring people to the areas. And some councils do spend money, but obviously for many, many years, over 50 years, if not longer, they've just been strapped for cash to spend on paths, to spend on, you know, making the area nice. When we get round this corner though, it's nice. Because if you saw my pictures earlier, my photos, I'm not even halfway there yet. It's nice to see the real side. You know, I'd live in one of these. But the problem, I think, is it's not about where you live. It's more about what services you've got. Can you get a GP appointment? You know, can you get a job? Because obviously a lot of it's seasonal. Here we go. I can see the beach, guys. As I say, I apologise for the picture quality, but that's unfortunately what you have to deal with if you want me to come live today. It's an alright phone, this. It's just not the best. It's not an iPhone, it's an Android. Right then. So we'll walk down here. The beach. It's an Android. Right then. So we'll walk down here. The beach is over there. So we'll cross over when we get to the end of this street. I'll check the comments in just a second. That was a sudden move. What's it called in America? Jailwalking? Something like that. Thanks for the gifts, guys. I'm going to be on as long as I possibly can. I'll turn my Wi-Fi off as well, because a lot of all these not hotels but houses always have Wi-Fi, and it tries to connect to your Wi-Fi. That's why the connection drops. So make sure if you're ever going live. Oh, there's a boat there, look. That's it, jaywalking. Jaywalking. There's a boat over there. Is that a cruise? I'm not sure. It's not a cruise ship. Right, guys, do me a favour. Click that little arrow button and share to 5 of your friends. Let's send it out so people can see the ocean over there, or the sea. We call it the sea. I don't know what this is. That's a picnic table there, look. There's 1, 2, 3 picnic tables. It might have been an old golf course, I reckon. Maybe it is a golf course. Oh, look at them apartments. Somebody's smoking outside. It's a really nice area, Fleetwood. Apparently I read it was the 3rd busiest port in England, and I was reading about this. It was a piece of ship called the Gulf, or the Gulf or something. I think it was called the Gulf, and it was found in Iceland. And thank you to the people of Iceland that brought it back to Fleetwood. And it's just outside of Asda, the supermarket on the corner, where you can read about it. And there was people that lost their lives on that boat or ship at the time. I think it was like 23 people, and it had all the names written down, which was gives you a bit of history, just something to think. Well, what's Fleetwood known for, or how are the people of Fleetwood? It's a memory, isn't it? It's something to attach to Fleetwood. There's a bridge there. I don't think we can cross. Well, we could cross over, but I'm going to keep going forward because I want to make some progress. So let's read some comments. Do you want me to flip the camera around, or do you get those steps in? Yeah. Do we get a prize for sharing? You do, Brenda. You get a prize. I will give you 100 points. But I think we should have a game. Brenda. In fact, everyone watching, right? I spy with my little eye something beginning with. We'll start off easy. A T. Something beginning with T. It's not a bus stop or a tram. So the first one is something beginning with T, and the second one is something beginning with F, which is a little bit further down. I won't reveal all just yet. This is a beautiful walk. In fact, I can see one actually right in front of me. Yes, tree it is. Have you guessed the second one yet? Something beginning with F. Oh, there's like a lake over there here, look. What's this say? Peggy Lou. Homeware and gifts. So, something beginning with F. Oh, this is nice. Wow. Wasn't expecting this, although my dad actually did say, he said there's a lake apparently on the front. Wow, there's people fishing. Let's have a look at the lake. We haven't even got to the beach yet. Can you walk up that way? This is nice, isn't it? Let me just hold still a second so you can see. Hey Jimmy, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Jimmy Eats Global. Give him a follow, everybody. I love every single one of you, but I also love all the all the TikTokers who do food. I didn't realise that Danny, who was from Morley, well, he's from Barnsley, but rate my takeaway. I know he lived 5 minutes down the road from me, but I also didn't realise he'd moved. And he's moved to Wakefield, apparently. I know his well, I don't know his girlfriend, but I know he's married again recently, and look at the ducks. That is so nice. He's moved, so he doesn't live in Morley anymore. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm glad the internet's good. That's all I'm bothered about. Hey guys. There's 4 there, there's 2 there, then there's 3 swans over there. Obviously I'm not going to walk back. And then there's 2 boats there. Hello Dina, I did see you pop in, yeah. Thanks Brenda. I've been posting some videos. What I do is I just do a 1-minute video going from left to right and then right to left, just to show you the beach or wherever I am. Stunning, isn't it? This reminds me of Roundhay Park and the boating lake. Just look at that blue sky as well, though. Sorry, Dina. It's stunning here. I can't imagine what it's like, though, when you're in Florida. I always check your temperature and I think to myself, when we get a 31 degrees, that is absolutely boiling. But you get it every single day. Hi, guys. Yeah. It's like they do the crabbing at Filey or the Thal Bridge. See if he gets anything. You couldn't imagine anything in there, though, could you? But then some of the rivers are all polluted now and everything. Now these, you'll see these all over Blackpool because they're very Victorian. They're like the old stands where people would sit. Also like bandstands. Oh, Mr. Seagull. They have like little seating areas. Oh, he's watching me. I don't want him to go yet. Where's the water is the best though. It is. Oh, he's watching me. I don't want him to go yet. Where's the water is the best though. It is, isn't it? I want to just sit here really, but look at the ocean. It's just over. Water is the best though. It is, isn't it? I want to just sit here really, but look at the ocean. It's just over. So come to this area, I recommend it. I've been in life and I've only had beach there. So this is I won't tell you where I'm staying yet, not until so come to this area, I recommend it. I've been in life and I've only had beach there. So this is I won't tell you where I'm staying yet, not until next week, because obviously I'm here a good almost 2 weeks. To know where I'm staying, I'll send me a message next week, because obviously I'm here a good almost 2 weeks. To know where I'm staying, I'll send me a message. Brenda, send me a message, Dean. I'll tell you. But you, it's a carrot. That's what we're giving it away. I knew the fly as soon as I got in there. There you go. Off you go. I don't know if you've got to have a UK address to book certain places, but if you were a traveller, I'll tell you. But you, it's a carrot. That's what we're giving it away. I knew the fly as soon as I got There you go. Off you go. I don't know if you've got to have a UK address to book certain places, but if you were a traveller, I'm sure you book it. And I find caravan a lot better than the hotels, because the self-catering, you get all your facilities. It's a caravan. It's more of like a camper van. Well, not camper van, a home. Home on wheels. Well, it's not on wheels, it's just on stilts. It's a caravan. It's more of like a camper van. Well, not camper van, a home. Home on wheels. Well, it's not on wheels, it's just on stilts. You've got everything you need, and it's gas, so you can cook whatever you want. There you go. And it's the cost of the actual week is half the price of one night stay in a hotel. That is how cheap it is. Oh, we're breaking up, thank you guys. Off he goes. See, I told you, didn't I? Do you want to be on camera? Come here then. If you come up a bit. Right, I'm going to zoom in for you. There you go. Right, we need a name for him. What should we call him? Hey Jake, good to see you. We're getting a few people in, it's fine. Most people watch on the replay. When I first started coming live many years ago, never used to get many people in. And to be honest with you, I don't target the live streams to lots of people. I just target as to what you see right now. It's more for replays, but I'll try and read the comments as much as I can. You know that, guys. Oh, did you know something, Brenda? So this, right down at the bottom over there, or we might be coming up to it actually, that's where Melanie used to live. Unless she lived on one of these houses here. If we get Bill in the room, in the chat, share it to Bill. Because that's where the leisure centre is. That's where we walk down. So it would be down there. Because Bill put on a video. That's where Melanie lived, in one of these houses over here. And I couldn't believe that. And I thought to myself, I knew she lived in Fleetwood, but I'd never expected. So this would have been where Melanie came. So yeah, when Bill sent that message to me, I was a bit sort of taken back. Because I know she'd mentioned that she lived in Fleetwood. Because Bill and Melanie used to help the homeless in Blackpool down the promenade, right down the bottom. So yeah, this is the boating lake. God, you've seen all the seagulls over there, look. Right, the other thing, if you were guessing the I Spy, what begins with F? The flag. That was what I saw over there. We're going to carry on walking round anyway. So, but yeah, let's just take a couple of seconds just to remember Melanie, and obviously when she lived here, and this would be one of her favourite places to come and visit, I bet, not being just on the corner. I know she liked Cornwall a lot, but if she lived here, this would have been a place she would have spent a lot of time. Guaranteed. I can hear some dogs over there as well. We miss you, Melanie. I know you're up there looking down on us. And the biggest sign I got from Melanie last year was she never liked the temperature over 22 degrees. And guess what, last year we never got over 22 degrees. Oh, the swans are coming down. And that was the biggest sign. Because I know Melanie she didn't like it too warm, she didn't like it too hot. And then this year, obviously, we've gone over 22 degrees. We got to 29 degrees before this same time last year. Do you know what I'm thinking? What am I thinking? Why are you sat there? I know exactly why you're sat there. Yes. If you're thinking the same thing as me. We know, don't we? Where's your friends gone? There's two others actually around this side. Weir, that's it, Weir Council, that's what I was trying to think of earlier. Right, we're going to carry on walking up, guys. and then we're going to walk down the promenade. If the signal goes off, apologies. Yeah, it says don't feed the gulls. Remember, if you're feeding the gulls, make sure you give them seeds. Don't give them... There's two others actually around this side. Weir, that's it, Weir Council, that's what I was trying to think of earlier. Right, we're going to carry on walking up, guys. And then we're going to walk down the promenade. If the signal goes off, apologies. Yeah, it says don't feed the gulls. Remember, if you're feeding the gulls, make sure you give them seeds. Don't give them bread, because that's you don't really want.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful night. Look at these apartments. I can see why Melanie chose to live round here. Bill, if you're watching, move to Blackpool, move to Fleetwood. Oh, no sound. Do you want me to restart? Can you hear me? If you can hear me. You might be able to see, but there's no sound. Are we back? Okay. Thanks, guys. There's that bridge. Oh, well, let's go across the bridge. There you go. Dolly's Ices. Go and check out Dolly's Ices. Although she's closed now. I should have brought the gimbal, shouldn't I? Okay, next year I'll bring the proper gimbal, because it won't be as shaky. I can't guarantee the weather, but look at that little sailing boat over there. I'm going to try and keep the phone steady as I can. That is absolutely stunning. Isn't that stunning? It's glitching a bit, okay. I'll keep going, you know what live streams are like. Two guys in the water over there. It's really warm. It's supposed to be only about 20 degrees. Yesterday was even hotter yesterday. As I say, when does summer break? So summer break, there was one for Easter, but there's a spring term break because a lot of people are doing their GCSEs here. Look at this bridge. Look at them seagulls. I'll stand in the middle and show you the views. Stay there, guy. Stay there. Look at that, guys. I'm right in the middle. But yeah, proper summer starts in July. 20th of July. It's got some music down there, look. Can you all hear me, guys? Is that okay? Are you going to stop there? I'm not there, are you? You stay there. It's a nice view. I'd probably drop my phone in the water. We'll keep walking. We might lose signal, guys. Let me show you the view from this side where we just walked. And over there is Barrow Inverness, which is the Lake District. Right across there, you might be able to pick it up. We're good, okay. And that's the lake we just walked back from. We're live on TikTok. Let's share this out, guys. Yeah, we're going to walk front. If we lose signal, I'll walk back. I think we're alright. So we're coming up to... It says on there's a sign. That's... I was just telling people to make sure you bin your rubbish. Sign before. So Blackpool is... So Blackpool's on the west coast. So Blackpool's on the west coast, and it's north of Liverpool. So what I would say is, if you come into Blackpool, you could do Liverpool and then get on a train to Blackpool. Loads of hotels, and then where we are, this is north of Blackpool. So I'll just show you here. There's the Lake District over there. So yeah, west of where I live, but north of Liverpool, west of Manchester. So most likely you'll go to Manchester, jump on a train, and get to Blackpool really, really fast. Less than an hour, 40 minutes. It's longer for me from Leeds, of course. But we're on the west side. Normally I go to Filey, which is on the east side. This is the west side. And then you've got Lake District over there, Barrow-in-Furness, Boating Lake, Cleveland and Blackpool, I'll let him go for. And then Fleetwood, obviously, where we've just come from. So we're going to we'll take a stroll now. Do we go on the beach? No, we won't. We'll go down. We'll just keep walking down. There's a lot of wind turbines out to sea, I've noticed. And I'm going to walk down to what's called Rossall Beach, which is near Cleveland. Well, it's halfway between Fleetwood and Cleveland, and then I can come through. So it should take about 30 minutes. It's very quiet. I don't know what this is down there. There's like a tower as well. We could go and see the tower. Rossall Tower, not Blackpool Tower. Right, let me know if the signal drops, guys. I won't ask again. Not Blackpool Tower. Right, let me know if the signal drops, guys. I won't ask again. Hopefully it's a bit steady. But it's so warm. I spy, okay, with my little eye, something beginning with P. See if you can guess it. The tide is, look how far that tide is out. That, wow. Do you know, I can't believe how far the tide is out. I hope there's not a tsunami alert. Because if that tide is so far out, should it be that way? I tried reading the comments. Oh, Brenda. Well, I grew up all my life, obviously in England, but right in the centre of the country. And I've been lucky to, obviously, you can go to Blackpool, 2 hours away, and go to York, go to Scarborough on the other side, 2 hours away. But it's not really until you get older that you realise that you're actually really close to the beach. Because I bet there's people who, like Dina maybe, who lives in Florida, 2 hours away from the beach in Florida would only take you inside the centre of the state, maybe. Do you know, does that make sense? But for us, obviously, it's the centre of the country. Because I know there's bigger states in America than there is in the whole entire UK. So you don't realise how lucky you are or close to the beach. You know, when you compare that, if that makes sense. So I know for you it's a lot longer. So I think, Brenda, you should move to England. Move to the north because it's cheap, a lot cheaper than down south. And yeah, we're getting a lot of warmer summers, so you don't actually have to even go abroad anymore. I remember in 2005, because it was the year I did my work experience, and the actual staff at British Gas was where I did my work experience. They collected for me, and I remember printing out the weather forecast for May of this week. So that was 20 years ago. And you know what the temperature was that week? Rainy, cloudy, 15 degrees. And we're now at 21 degrees. And I remember last year in May was a lot warmer than that as well. So when you compare it to... when you... So when you... So 20 years ago it was 15 degrees, so we're about 60. So 20 years ago it was 15 degrees, so we're about 6 degrees warmer. It's not hot, so we get a heat wave. anyway, because it's quite yeah, with climate change, things would get warmer by about 3 degrees. So we've doubled that really. So yeah, this is a cool day compared to normally what we've got last week, which was 25, 26. So that's 10 degrees warmer. So that was 20 years ago. Might have just been like an anomaly, but it was a lot cooler back then. I remember 2003, that was a hot year. But yeah, it's funny, like, you kind of, it's good to pinpoint like memories of what you remember, what the temperature was like. And do you know what, something as well, I think it was the first time that year I went to a Pride event, and I was 15, no, it would have been 14, because it was actually on in Blackpool at the time, so I didn't realise it was a Pride event at the time. Look at that view, guys. Wow. Oh, sorry if I pressed the button. We're still on. Stay with me, guys. We're staying on right until my battery goes flat. We're actually only on 56%, which is good. So yeah, we'll keep walking. That's a tough question. Just thought in my head, which is better, Filey or Fleetwood so far. I think what I like about here is it's got the trams, but it's very open, isn't it? It's all flat. Filey's got a lot of, well, there's a lot of hills in Filey. I'm actually going back there in September. But yes, you want to walk into Blackpool, it's going to take, well, there's a lot of hills in Filey. I'm actually going back there in September. But yes, you want to walk into Blackpool, it's going to take, tram will only take you about half an hour. I'm so glad I came on live though. This is what I like, it to get out and about, get some fresh air, do some exercise, show you the sights. That's similar to Bridlington with the, you know, the wooden stubs. Are they called stubs? Any plans to go abroad? I'll tell you later, Dean. I'll tell you later. There may be a possibility. There may be. I just need to get my passport because it ran out. Well, it runs out soon. So I've got to get my passport. As soon as I get my passport, obviously I will book it. Well, probably yeah, because you can't really book a holiday abroad until you've got a passport for insurance reasons and stuff. Because they always say take out your insurance when you book your holiday. Because if it got cancelled or something happened between even before you're due to fly, then you're insured, and they'll always require like a passport because you need a passport to get out of the country. So I'm going to wait until I get my passport, and then I'll let you know. This is such a nice walk. I can't believe how far out. I know it's not the best picture, guys, and I apologise, but it is absolutely stunning here. The sun is shining. It's really warm in the sun as well. Some days you get a bit of a cold breeze, but it's not a cold breeze. Right, where are we now? Ah, we're at Rossall Point. So this is where I need to be, actually. So I know where I need to turn off, because it's like behind some houses and it goes down this road, but I think this is Rossall Point car park, so I shouldn't be too far away really. Rossall Point. The Rossall Point Tower is closed. I'm actually quite surprised that works so far. I thought it was going to take me another half an hour or so. Probably will do actually. Let's see what's down here. I want to thank you so much for any gifts you've sent. And just being on the live, I guess. Oh, know it's not the best picture. I'll be back on it probably over the weekend. I'm here for next week. Plenty of time to come and do some videos and stuff. I'll post lots of videos. And sometimes videos are better than live streams because you could see it a lot clearer and don't lose signal either. Some people on the beach over there. You can see why Melanie, I bet Melanie walked up this, well not walked up this street, but Melanie walked on here. She came on here a few times. See why she liked Fleetwood. I have been to Fleetwood before. You can't, it's too windy, sorry. Is that better? So yeah, Melanie, I think when there's ever any time you can some steam. You know, always fancy about it. You don't have to do it by back. Do the right thing. It's a bit windy now. It says here the beach is not patrolled and considering unsafe swimming, beach levels vary near breakwater and the grass not to go too far out. Yeah, that's like fire break, which is what we put at the end of the coastline. If you get stuck there, you're stuck there. Is that better? Is that better? I'm just going to point to the grass. I'm just turned away from. I need like a. I do have like a sound break, I think, but not for my phone. Is that better? You can't hear me. I'm not going to shout. It is windy though. That's the only thing with this phone as well. Beep beep. You can hear it a bit, okay? I'm coming up to this tower. I'm walking sideways, Brenda, like a crab. Do you know when a crab is drunk? It actually walks in a straight line, not actually not side to side. Right, here we go. Oh, this is Rossall Point. This is what I wanted to come and see actually. Rossall Point. There's actually people in there, so it is a tower, but it's closed. We can't go inside. Show you how tall it is. I walked up past this, past the designer outlet place, and just before it there was a place. You know when they collect all the fish ready to send off to the cities and stuff. Oh my god, it smelt so bad. It was bad enough with this waste recycling place where they recycle all the waste and stuff. Oh, there's like. Let's see if there's a board. There's toilets here as well, but I think they're closed. Let's go and have a quick look. We'll come down here at the weekend maybe as well, but such a nice day. Rossall Point Tower, a beacon on the Weir coast. Opening times, winter 11 till 3, summer 11 till 4. And then they've got like an open day. So this must be like a watchtower. 26th of May, 10 till 4. And you can come and learn about. I'm going to be back home by then. Free entry, cake stall. I'm there if there's cake. Rooftop. Visit the operations room. So that's the room inside that overlooks the tower. Better sound, okay. It's closed at the minute, guys. A bit windy now. There are some steps. Lancashire's Living Sea Wildlife Trail. look. So these are some of the animals. You've got ringed plover, harbour porpoise. Is that a whale? 18 species. Grey seal. They've got seals, oyster catchers, birds, and whelk egg cases. There you go. Hello, Schlumpy keyboards. So that's the tower there. They've got a camera, and you can go to the top, but it's short at the minute. So we just walk round just to see. So you'd walk down here. I'm guessing you'd go up these steps. Get up them steps, maybe, to go inside, but there's toilets here as well, but there's the toilets. Luckily there's nobody coming out. It's like... So Brenda, are you going to come... let me just come around here a second. So Brenda, are you going to visit Fleetwood and Blackpool? There's loads of cheap hotels. Let's keep walking. Just wanted to get a message, let you know, ask the question. So that's Rossall Tower. Yeah, the open day looks good. I think if I lived around here, that'd be definitely something I would consider doing as a job. Looking out to sea. You'd need some good binoculars though, wouldn't you? Unless they've got an actual proper facilities in there. Good idea, isn't it? In fact, Brenda, when you want to come to England, right, let's organise a trip to Blackpool, because I can get here really quickly. It's really cheap for me, really affordable. If you're flying into Manchester, it's even cheaper. It'll probably cost you about £5, £6 to get to Blackpool. And if you come in the summertime, or when it's warm, then that would be even better, wouldn't it? So I will be in Blackpool next couple of days, so I'll do some videos. But you'll see you can find on YouTube everything about Blackpool and all the restaurants and bars and things they've got there, and shops. But it's nice here as well. In fact, you should just hire a caravan and you could all stay in the caravan. That would probably be better. Next year, let's do next year. Mobility scooter. Look at the views. Because I think what I like about the idea is it's cheap. It's not expensive for everybody, and it's a good location to be at when the weather's right. When the weather's right. In fact, a lot of people from around the world come to if you watch Britain's Got Talent, Brenda, they actually did all the auditions this year in Blackpool. Was it the Tower, I think? The Tower Ballroom. Actually very famous for its ballroom dancing. But I used to come to Blackpool for the last 20 years, going for the World Dance Masters in the Winter Gardens, which is such a beautiful ballroom. And everything's just, because you've got the trams and everything, you can easily get around places as well. So if you get a bit fed up with Blackpool, you can come up to Fleetwood or up to Cleveland's. Yes, there's some areas run down, but you get that everywhere. If you're not bothered about it, you know, it's they say. I'm not saying they say Blackpool's the worst seaside town, but it's one of the most famous. It's like the Vegas of England, if you know what I mean. It's where the entertainment is. It's where all the entertainment used to be. Some of the great comedians, 50, 60 years ago. Have you heard of Ernie Wise and Morecambe and Wise? Oh, is it happening again? Right, let's just try and get inwards a little bit. Stop the wind. Sorry guys, don't know how much you heard of it. Playing golf over there. But yeah, I was just saying some of the greats are from Blackpool, some of the comedians, which you'll see on the comedy carpet. There's so many things to see. when you think of Blackpool, a lot of people know Blackpool for entertainment. So not much. Maybe on YouTube there's like a what is Blackpool famous for? See if you can find something, because it is famous for a lot of things, but it's too much to explain. Right, I'm gonna be quiet now for a second. Just taking the views because the wind's obviously affecting the live, and I need to turn off shortly as well. Turn left, I think, well, somewhere. And when I get back, I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. I've really enjoyed this walk, so we'll definitely, the weather's going to be nice again this week. If you can all hear me still. In fact, Blackpool's got an airport, but they don't actually operate for, you know, big flights anymore. They used to do, I think. It's like when I go to Benidorm and I get off, it flies into a different city and then you have to get transport. It's about 40 minutes, it's about the same time really, from Manchester. Gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. I'll just stand there for a second. Take some screenshots, Brenda. I'll move it slowly so you can take some screenshots. Maybe Brenda will paint them. I'm going to move a little bit. That's the Lake District over there. Get a ferry, well, I don't think it goes to the Lake District, but you can get a ferry across to, not too far away, but it's across, so you don't have to go all the way around. Right, I'm going back round now, guys. It's a bit windy, isn't it? Right, I'm going to keep walking. Are you still there, Dina? I might be losing signal. So, also as well, guys, out of 10, how would you rate the quality of the stream? Has it been buffering? Apart from the wind, ignore the wind because I can't do anything. Really, mainly for the signal, has it been? I know the picture quality might not be the best because of this camera, but how would you rate it? So I know for next time. I might use my iPhone next time. Or I might walk to Fleetwood, go the opposite way. So we've passed Rossall Tower. There's some houses down here, so that'll be likely where I need to turn off. You got some good shots, thanks Brenda. If you want to share them later, send them later. So we see where their houses are over there, that's where I think I need to turn off. This is absolutely stunning. My mum and dad wanted to get the bus. I mean, I don't blame them. But sometimes you just can't beat walking by the sea. They'll likely walk one day next week, probably just to see this area, just to walk down and see. Ah, Rossall Point. So this is Rossall Point. Has it been shaking a bit, Brenda? My hand's a bit shaky. Not as good as an iPhone. It's a nice phone. This it's good for photos, but when I'm live, I know it's a bit shaky. Unless I stand still like this. Look at that, Rossall Point. Oh, thanks, Brenda. I know there's not many watching, but it doesn't matter. You might be watching on the replay, so make sure you give the thumbs up on the video. There's nobody on the beach. It's that quiet. Should we just walk down there? Let's just walk down there just for 2 seconds. I can hear the sea. We might lose signal now. To be sure. Not green though, is it? Not green. I say, Brandon, what is this sea over there? Blue? I don't know. It should be green like the Emerald Isle over there. Well, I've never been to Dublin. What is this sea over there? Blue? I don't know. It should be green like the Emerald Isle over there. Well, I've never been to Dublin. Turn around. So I was just saying, Brenda, that direction there is Dublin, so that's Ireland, and I was just wondering why is the sea blue? Can you tell me why the sea is blue? Surely it must be green like the Emerald Isle. Oh, what's happening now? 1 second. The audio. Oh, I've got to do like a little diagram. Oh, we're back on. The audio. Oh, I've got to do like a little diagram. Oh, we're back on. Like a little. Okay, guys. Well, visit Fall Coast. I'll send you the link. Remind me, Brenda, later. But visit Fall Coast. There's a lady called Jane. And she lives in Cleveland, just further down, and she does a lot of live streams around here. So, obviously, she's the expert in these parts, not me. Anyway, sit back, guys, relax, enjoy the views. I'm going to flip the camera around just a second so you can see me. If I can find the button. There we go. Is that working now? I'm not going to point it to myself for too long, but I just want to show you the views there behind. There's one person behind me, but absolutely nobody about. I can smell smoke though. Reminds me of the saunas at Blackpool Norbreck Castle Hotel. Hey Luann, we're just talking about you then. Your ears must have been burning. So I will post a replay so you can watch the replay back. But let me flip the camera around. The sound may go off because of the wind. I've got like a windproof thing on. So now I'm with my parents, but I'm just walking back to where I'm staying. There you go. The wind's making the sound a bit tinny, I think. But Brenda's here and all you lovely replay viewers as well. We cannot forget about you guys. And I'm actually coming to to Rossall Road or something. And then if you carry on walking down, goes to Cleveland. And if you carry on so we're about 4 miles from that. So don't forget to actually like and subscribe and hit the bells and send gifts and do what you need to do. I'll do another live stream. Next week, might be just easy to turn the audio on. Just speak This has been absolutely gorgeous. I just hope I've not missed it. I think to turn it off. I think it's really bad today. YouTube and I'll watch it back. Actually, everyone goes and follows Anne Rush. Go to YouTube and find Anne Rush and watch her recipe. Today is the 14th of May 2025. There you go. There's a dog down there. Sorry, Anne. I'll watch it back. Do you know what though? It does not feel. What time is it? 5:25. It feels more like. It feels like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because it's that warm. The German Shepherd dog. You see him with his ball. You'll see him in a second. This area, how everything's nicely laid out, steps that go down, flood defences of course. How everything's nicely laid out, steps that go down, flood defences of course. It must come quite high up. Sorry, the sea, sorry, not the water. German Shepherd. Just on the top of the step. He's gone back now. I'm just trying to read the comments. I've got my sunglasses on because it's a bit bright. So you'd have to download it, the replay, and put it on YouTube. So make sure you're following. Notifications. I never quite understand the notifications on TikTok. I think if you switch them all on, so if you switch them on, it turns every notification on. But I don't think you can select accounts separately. So best to turn them off. But if you're on YouTube, switch on your notification bell so that you get an email. That's something TikTok definitely need to do. But I hope they do replays eventually. I think they will do. But I know they're quite focused at the minute on the shop side rather than the live stream side. But that could make it quite difficult for them, the replays. But then again, you don't know. There might be shoppable videos. So shoppable live stream replays. That would be very good for me. I would actually do more live streams of shoppable stuff. I know that if you don't like them, but they definitely need to bring replay. They definitely need to have a replay, don't they? Let me try and read the comments. It's difficult to hear. Is it the wind? Right, I'm going to have to come away from the sea, guys, to stop the wind. I'm just going to take my hat off. Sorry, guys. Can you see Blackpool Tower right at the bottom? Can I zoom in, look? See Blackpool Tower? Right at the bottom. I'll point to it. It's there. Okay, Anne, no worries. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your meal. Tell you what, if I lived around here, God, I'd be live streaming all the time. I'd be the #1 live streamer in Blackpool. There's quite a few actually that I follow. So visit Foul Coast. That's also on TikTok as well. And then I follow Stephen, who's a walk on the wild side. He's a good live streamer. He actually goes to America a few times. There was somebody in Wetherspoons yesterday. Sorry, on Monday I was in Wetherspoons, the pub, and he was a YouTuber. I can't remember his name now. I think he's on. He's a YouTuber. Can't remember his name. I've got it. I typed it in so I could remember. So it'll be in my history. So I'll let you know these people. I'll share a video or something. Well, I don't know if he was on holiday or whether he lives here or not. It's a beautiful... Oh my gosh. When you see how far Blackpool Tower is from here, you think, I probably could walk it. I've walked a lot further. But you're looking about 6 miles from... 4 miles from Cleveland, so 6 miles from here. Are we still on, guys? We're still on. You need to go. I need to go more interesting places to live stream. The thing is, Brenda, where you live, it's tricky, isn't it? Because number one, I think the most important thing is the weather. It's the weather. If you've got a parks are generally good places to live stream from. But then there's other places where I remember asking once, I said, can I just do a live stream here? And when you ask, they tend to say no. And 9 out of 10 times, they never actually know you're live streaming. Unless they see your camera. But just pretend you're on a phone call, that's all you've got to do. So if they say, excuse me, you filming? It's like, I'm just on a FaceTime call. Most people then don't lift an eyelid. Is that the word? Is that the saying? Something like that. It's true though, isn't it, Brenda? It's true. Plenty of steps to go down to the beach. When you thought Filey was massive, and I'm just thinking it, Blackpool is down there, but it's not as open, it is open, but it's more, you see a lot of people who are on the holidays there, but this is much quieter, and I think it's better. I think it's a lot better. Am I on the road here? Oh, there's a cyclist. This is like, if you love walking, or you love flat, open spaces, this is definitely the place to visit. Because I love walking, especially when it's nice weather as well. Right, I think I'm going to have to come inland a bit, because I'm seeing the houses. I've walked some distance. So Brenda, or everybody watching, Dean, if you're still there, when is the next time to live stream? When would be the best time? I'm thinking maybe Saturday? No, can't do Saturday. Probably Sunday, I think. Maybe Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening as the sun's going down. Just depends on where I end up, I think. Same like today. Okay. So that was about 5 o'clock. So if there's a day when when we're out for the day and then walking back home somewhere, or walking back on the front, I'll come on the front. Needs his own little YouTube channel. I thought that was my cousin then. My cousin lives in Brighton. And she looks very, very similar. It's a bit of a walk, but if you didn't, I think if you walk in this on the road without headphones or something, it might be a long walk. But if you come live and check it out, it definitely makes the journey feel less. I'll try my best, Brenda. I'll try and put a little message up on the group or I'll try. In fact, on TikTok they've got a little fault button, so I can put it on there, couldn't I? Saying if I'm coming live at a certain time. I don't bother with that events thing because I just want it could change. It could change. I tell you what, I feel a lot better than I did last Saturday. I think I had a sinus infection because when I researched the symptoms, my ears popped after blowing my nose really heavily. It was very, very, very hot and dry. We've not had any rain for about 4 weeks, and I started taking some hay fever tablets, and just had a really bad chesty infection. Well, probably wasn't an infection. I took some paracetamol and some hay fever tablets, and I've still got a little bit of a cough on the morning, just a little bit of a cough, but it's all that mucus stuff is coming up, so feeling better. I will do, I'll try my best on WhatsApp as well. The only thing Blackpool doesn't have compared to Florida and Miami is like really tall, hotels. Because if you go to Europe, or you go like places like Benidorm, or places I've been to Mara, so if you go to Tenerife or Costa on the east coast of Spain, Costa Brava and all that, you got all these really high, tall hotels and apartments and things, and that's one thing that Blackpool doesn't have. Then I found out a couple of years ago, apparently it's to do with the council. They don't want these high-rise buildings. That's why you don't see them. So once the council's gone, maybe one day they'll change that, and you'll see all these high-rise hotels popping up, and that's the reason why you don't see any. So maybe it's to do with the generation thing. I think it will go that way, but again, you've got to think where we are as well, the location. We're not on the south coast. We're not in Spain. You're on the Irish Sea, which gets very stormy as well. So it's quite barren. Yeah, it's very, very flat, and it is. It was a town that was built from the mill workers of Yorkshire, who would come over for the holidays, and in the 1970s and beyond, before that, and before package holidays and cheap flights, people would come on the beach and it'd be completely packed out. If you see the pictures, go on Google, search for Blackpool 1970s or videos, you'll see everyone on the beach, but these cheap flights, all inclusive holidays abroad, people would go on the holidays, and sadly then it sort of went into a bit of decline. And there's people who do, since like COVID, and there's always been people staying at home because it's cheaper. Sometimes it's not cheaper, sometimes it's, let me come to this side so you can hear me, sometimes it's cheaper to go abroad than it is to go out of the UK and go to Spain than it is to stay in Blackpool. But Blackpool was the place. There's 3 piers in Blackpool: south, central and north. And but yeah, they are a little bit run down, but they do spend some money trying to get people back. There's obviously loads of hotels here as well. So yeah, it just depends on what sort of holiday you want. When the weather's nice, people will come out, and people obviously that live here as well. I mean, it's May, it's not the school holidays, so you'd expect more people in July, August months. But who's to say those months where it might actually be cold? It probably will be colder than it is right now. So, but yeah, my point is, I think in the future the councillors here need to say, do you know what? Maybe it's time we started building massive hotels. I think one of the councillors was looked at Vancouver, I think. I think he said he had a trip to Vancouver on one of the videos, and he wanted to build, well, he was looking at how to get people to Blackpool, I guess. Maybe I'm part of the story because I'm doing this live stream. I know, Brent. I know, Dina. Never mind. You can go live when you feel like it. I like just coming live when it's, you know. I don't come live just for the sake of going live anymore. I just, you know, if I'm in a moment where, like now, I'm thinking, you know what, this is a perfect moment to come live. I says, how if you're feeling good and feeling happy and the sun is shining, and plus I guess it can get really warm in Miami. It's not as hot as obviously where you are. If I'd walked this amount, I'd probably need to sit down halfway. I know when it's too hot. But yeah, Blackpool all the way down there. And I did have some sad news as well today, which was I woke up to. So I've told you the story. Coming to Blackpool, I'd come here for the World Dance Masters, but I'd also come here for an award ceremony for the line dance community. And sadly, the guy who presented the award ceremony at a hotel just down there, actually not far away, called the Norbrack, he passed away, and he was only in his 50s. He was definitely about 20 years older than me, so he must have been only in his 50s. So yeah, it's really sad. I didn't know him that well as a person, but you know, so I know him for that reason. But he knew a lot of people around the world because being the host of the awards and things, and a dancer, but yeah, it's always sad when you hear something like that. So I'm trying to read the comments. Is it 84 degrees? It says here it's about 18 degrees, so 19 degrees, but it's warmer than that in the sunshine. It feels about 23, 24. It's not a burning sun. Now there's a little bridge there. There are the houses. I think it's further down where I need to turn off. But could you imagine if I've missed it? I might have missed it. I might be walking to Cleveland's, I don't know. I think it's down here. There's a street. Because I need to cut through a street. So we'll have to say bye to the seaside for now, but we will be back. I also need the toilet, which is not good. But I might have to end this because I need to find my directions back. I know which way I'm going, but they're behind some houses, and we've walked a bit further down these houses, but we're not too far, so I don't think it's that street there. I think it's a bit further up, but I'm probably best to check so I don't miss it. So what I'll do, thank you, 5,000 likes, yippee. Let me read what this sign says. So if you're walking from Fleetwood, this whole journey, where are we? Let's find out. Is it Rossall? Although we've definitely walked past Rossall. Where are we? Ooh, I don't know where I am, but I'm probably best to end it here. This is called Larkholme. Larkholme. How many steps? Do you know something though, Brenda? I actually walked down the road from where I'm staying, but not along the front, on the other road.